Never give up. Never. Keep pushing and you'll get there. Just whatever you do, don't give up. A little morning inspiration for everybody. Never give up. But as I'm driving, y'all, I want to talk about something that's really disturbing that's been all over social media. Megan Thee Stallion, which is a woman, and another rapper called Tory Lanez. Now, I like both of these rappers. I like Megan Thee Stallion more than I like Tory Lanez. I mean, I like him. His music is good, but I like Megan Thee Stallion first because she has a really great personality. And when you're a superstar and you still have a great personality and you still humble, they've been in a and I feel like when you get a certain status, and Megan Thee Stallion, she kind of was on an uprise and then she just kind of blew up, and everybody kind of was like, while Cardi B took a little bit of break, Megan Thee Stallion is the one that kind of took her place, if you want to say that. Then they recently came back out and did a duo together, which made sense because why not do a duo with somebody that's hot right now? Because I haven't been like doing anything. So Cardi B did a duo with Megan Thee Stallion and that just blew up. So I kind of fell in love with Megan Thee Stallion before I fell in love with Tory. Again, I knew who he was, but I really wasn't following him on Instagram or nothing like that. So recently, maybe like a couple months ago, we started seeing Tory and Megan starting to hang together. Now, let's just be honest. Megan is a beautiful woman. I mean, she's tall, she's got curves, and she's not ugly. She's a pretty girl, and her personality is great. So any man that she lets in her circle, let's just be honest, they have to be involved. So her and Tory start hanging out. They start making appearances on social media together, and we just gonna say we're not gonna say they was in a relationship. We're just gonna say they was spending quality time together. So as time went on, the more you see Tory, the more you see Megan. The more you see Megan, the more you see Tory. No. Everybody knows pretty much the story. It was all over social media. They was hanging out at Kylie Jenner's house. Tory and the Stallion was in California together. And they was leaving Kylie Jenner's party. And they got involved in a what we know is to be an argument. Now, I'm just gonna say what everybody is speculating and what the Stallion has came out and said, but that's later on. So all of them got into an argument. They were arguing. Now, she claimed everybody was arguing, but let's just be honest, it was probably just her and Tory arguing. And at one point, Megan said she just didn't want to argue no more. Now, that's the first red flag. When you arguing with somebody, now let me go back. I've been in an abusive relationship too today. I've been in two. And when you're arguing with a boyfriend or somebody that you're dating and they're violent, that's where your mind goes, because you can tell when he gets to the point where he's at the point where he's mad and the next step is going to be violence. So to not get to that next step, you kind of just stop everything that you're doing. No matter what you're saying to him, no matter what y'all arguing about, no matter who said they was right, if you wrong, whatever, you get to a point that you kind of stop the whole destruction of it, because if you keep going, you're going to go into violence land. And so when Megan said that at one point that she stopped arguing because she said she was tired of arguing, that means she was scared because she seen Tory get mad enough where he was about to go to the next level, which was violence, which that's what he did. So she said she ended up getting out the car because she said she didn't want to argue no more. So she said she was getting out the car. She was gonna just walk the rest of the way to her house, which she said was about a 5-minute walk. But she just really wanted to get out the scene, not argue no more, get away from Tory, because I think at that point she felt threatened. Now, first of all, Tory and the best friend is in the back seat. From what Megan said, and this is what she tells us on her live, Instagram live, she get out the car, she started walking. As she walking, she says Tory starts to shoot her, and he shoots her in her foot. As all this ruckus is going on, they're in the Hollywood Hills somewhere. It's probably quiet. Anything that's going on, you want to draw attention to it. So people started to call the police because they hear gunshots. They started to call the police. Now, they called the police. The police arrived on the scene. The police told everybody to get out because they said so they hear gunshots. They got to be a gun somewhere. Anyway, everybody's seen it on social media. I'm not here to tell you everything that happened on social media. Pretty much, Tory got taken to jail because he was the one that owned the gun. They took the third party that was in the car was the other people in the car was the security and her best friend. All of them went to jail. Megan went to the hospital because she was wounded from Tory shooting her in the leg. Now, this is my thoughts on that. Megan said that when it all happened, she wanted to protect Tory, meaning like she didn't even want to say his name is the person that shot her. She tried to still protect him even though he shot her, which was astounding to hear. But at the same time, you understand, like, domestic violence situations are really scary. You don't know what a person is capable of. What if I tell on this man, he go to jail, it ruined his life, and then he come back to just end mine? Because that had happened before. She put a restraining order out, and Tory is a celebrity, y'all. He's not an A-list celebrity. He's not like he only been on the scene for about 4 years from what I hear. Everybody pretty much know Tory Lanez. Not everybody in their 20s and their 30s know Tory Lanez. If you get to your 40s and your 50s, you might not know Tory Lanez. Like, I knew him, but I really didn't know him. I mean, I seen him in concert. When I went to a concert about 2 years ago, he was in concert, but I mean, I knew him, but he's just Tory Lanez. Megan is not letting people know who shot her. Everybody pretty much know who shot her. The best friend went on her social media and said, well, it wasn't me. We know it wasn't security. It was only one person left, which was Tory. But we wanted to hear Megan say Tory shot her. So for weeks, Megan would not disclose who shot her. Now, she pretty much had to make a choice. Tory, let's just say he's a celebrity. If I come out and say he shot me, I'm going to ruin his whole career because he shot a woman. Not only am I a celebrity woman, I have a big following and everybody like me, he also shot me. So he got two daggers. Once, I'm a celebrity and I got millions of fans that like me, and two, I'm a woman. So if I come out and say he shot me, Tory Lanez's career is over. Or should I keep on protecting him? Because I feel like the reason why she didn't really like put Tory out there is because I feel like she still might have had feelings for Tory even after he shot her. I mean, your feelings don't go away just like that for somebody. No matter, like, they can harm you, And you still might be in love with them. You still might have feelings for them. But that don't mean you're going to, like, go and be around them. I mean, that's probably not the best thing to do, is to go back and be around a person that just shot you. So, for Megan's defense, she still had feelings for Tory, I feel like. So, that was part of her reason for, one, not telling the police that he shot her. Because she had told the police that she had cut her foot on a piece of glass. But, of course, when she got in the hospital, they seen bullet fragments. So, now she's still saying, I don't know what it is. She's still not telling them really that, like, she's telling them she got shot, but she got shot because she had to have surgery on her foot. But she not telling them who shot her. So she pretty much not cooperating. Now, it gets a point where if you're protecting somebody and they turn around and stab you in the back, you got a choice now. Do I just put him out here because he don't care about me? Or do I keep on protecting him? And Megan came to the point where she felt like, you're not finna keep on stabbing me in the back. Meaning, like, Tory is trying to save his career at this point. Megan hasn't officially named Tory as her shooter. At this point, Tory is on top of his game. Everybody that didn't know Tory knew Tory during the pandemic because he was so active on social media. He pretty much kept us. I never seen what he was doing, but I used to see like little snippets and stuff, and he pretty much kept people entertained during the pandemic. So, at this point, Megan gets mad because Tory is trying to save himself. So what do? You're trying to save yourself? You blame somebody else. So now his publicists are trying to figure out how to get Tory out of this. His publicist goes to the blogs and say the reason why he shot Megan is because Megan was the aggressor and she hit him, and he was just using a gun as self-defense because he was, I mean, he's only 5 feet of 5'4", 5'3". He's a pretty short, skinny guy. So Megan is about 6 feet. Or if she ain't 6 feet, she about 6'6", 6'7". So she's pretty, not 6'6", 6'7", I'm sorry. She's probably about 5'7", 5'8". Over somebody that's like 5'4", 5'3", and not even a big build. So their thing was, say that she was the aggressor and you was doing self-defense. That didn't sit right with Megan. So now the blogs are saying, putting out, oh, Tory his publicist made a statement that the reason why he shot Megan is because it was because of self-defense. That ticked Megan off. So now Megan goes on Instagram and pretty much let us know who shot her. Even though we all knew it was Tory, but let me let y'all know so y'all can hear it out of my mouth that it was Tory. And let me send a message to Tory. Don't go to the blog saying that I was the aggressor, because I wasn't. You shot me because of no reason. And so now Megan has officially let us know who shot her. Tory. Now everybody's in shock. We can't believe it. Why would you throw your life away? You on top. Why would you shoot her? Like, a lot of stuff. And let's just be honest. I've been in a domestic abuse situation. When I get mad, all I see is red. So I'm gonna start arguing with you, and then I know I can't beat you. I'm only 5'3". I can't beat up no man. But these words don't feel like you've been in a fight. And most women, that's how we fight, with words. So if Tory is not a good argumentative person, the next thing they got is violence, which was the same way with my ex-boyfriend. He really didn't know how to argue with me. He really didn't know how to keep up with these words that was coming to him. All he knew was when he get mad, it's time to fight, whoever it is. And I feel like that's how Tory was. Megan probably was having the upper hand on him in the car because she was arguing with him. She was mad. She probably was calling him all kind of B's or whatever. And Tory felt like, I can't match her words. So now I'm at the point where all I know is I feel threatened because I can't match her words. I feel like I've been in a fight even though I haven't. Let me go to violence. And for him, his violence was pulling out a gun and shooting her. Now, Megan has came out and told everybody it's Tory. Now, this is how the social media is reacting to Megan. They calling her a snitch, y'all. A snitch. If you haven't seen social media, most people are calling her like, why would you get on there and snitch? Because you got to understand, Megan and Tory is two people that people have grown to love. We love Tory first because he had been hotter than Megan. He been hot for like 4 years. So just say you fell in love with Tory first. Then we've been in love for Megan for about 2 years. So these are two people that we fell in love with. And to see that one of them hurt each other is terrible. So now everybody's saying, well, you snitching on Tory? Because again, this is the defense mechanism you use when you in love with somebody. You snitching on him, you ain't even have to say that. Now he gonna go to jail. You ain't say that when you first got hit, you know, when he first shot you. That's what they saying on social media, y'all. Can y'all imagine that? Somebody actually taking up for somebody that shot you. And I understand that feeling, because when I was going through court system and I was going to get a restraining order against my ex-boyfriend, his mother called me. Now, she knew everything that went on between us. She knew that it wasn't a fake restraining order. But however, she still called me and asked me, can I spare her son? I politely as I could tell her, hell no. Because at the end of the day, I want to say you should have raised a better man as a son, but at the end of the day, don't call me to protect him, because he's supposed to protect me and he didn't never protect me. He brought hurt to me. So at the end of the day, don't call to have me protect him, because if I put this restraining order against him, it's gonna follow him for the rest of his life. Well, he should have thought about how he handled women or handled me at that point in time. He didn't care about handling me. He didn't handle me any way he wanted to handle me. Even after I warned him, he still handled me the way he wanted to handle me. So that was the next step for me to protect me, my life, and also be here to still be a mother to my daughter and be with my family. So I can understand how people just don't want to grasp the fact that Tory shot her. It's just hard for people. So for me, I feel like, one, don't protect nobody. Now, it's kind of, that situation is a little hard, because if you think your life is going to be in danger, you kind of got to fall back and to actually protect yourself, or to actually live. Because maybe if you do this, if you do go that far, you might not live, because they might come back and they just might finish you off, to be honest. But at the end of the day, if you can get justice, then get justice. Because the fact that Tory shot her, he should be in jail, for one. He should be in jail. But again, Megan said she was protecting him and she didn't want him to go to jail, blah, blah, blah. I get it, you know. I get it, but I don't get it. Now, my other take on this. We have to understand social media, they just think out of their ass. I'm going to say that. Because they don't think realistically, because most of social media are young people, so they haven't really been through anything. So they just going through what they might do, how they might feel. These people really haven't went through anything, because the people that went through stuff, people that's 35, 40, 45, 50, we're not on social media like that. We got a small percentage of social media in our life. But us, as far as giving opinions, are not really relevant on social media, because 80% of social media is from 35 on back. 35 to 16 or 13 or 12, whatever. So people base their opinions off really people that don't even know anything, to be honest. These kids don't know nothing. They never been through anything. So don't base your life off social media, because you're gonna base people kid opinions. They're basically kid opinions, to be honest. So is it unfortunate that the Tory and Megan Thee Stallion situation happened? Yes, it's unfortunate, because to come from nothing and make yourself something is an accomplishment within itself. And this is what Megan and Tory have done for themselves. They came from, they made themselves nothing. Not saying they was just like homeless and nothing like that, but meaning like they made a name for themselves in the hip-hop world or in the music industry. And to throw it all away, for Tory to throw it all away over, let's just be honest, a woman, it's saddening. And this is how I always felt about it. Domestic violence men, whatever you do good is what they want to take away from you. So if you're a model, the way that they get back to you, they might pour acid on your face. So you can't be a model no more. Because that was what you always was. You was always a model. But let me take that away from you. Megan loved to dance. She loved to twerk. She loved to dance. And that's what she do. We love Megan because she knows how to rap and she knows how to dance. And for Tory, I felt like the reason he shot her in her foot is because, let's just be honest, if you get shot in your foot, you ain't gonna be able to get up and twerk and dance and do none of these kind of dances you usually do. It's over with. And that's what, when you look at Megan, that's what we want her to do. We want her to twerk. We want her to, you know, do her little dance to her song. That's what we love Megan for. But the fact that you shot her in her foot, ain't no more twerking for a minute. I'm gonna take this twerking away from you. Because he could have shot her really, I mean, thank God he didn't shoot her nowhere else where she could have been dead. But you could tell that he shot her because he was trying to inflict pain on her. Not just by shooting her in her foot, but by also, in a way, taking your career away from you. Because now, even though Megan is about to have an appearance, she's not going to be able to get up there and do all them dances that people love for her to do, because she has a foot injury. So that's how we know Tory was really mad at Megan for what she was saying to him or whatever had went down in the car. We don't know what they was arguing about. Again, they just said they was arguing. So we just got to go with what we could get. They was just having an argument. Megan probably got the upper hand on him, and he got back at her by shooting her in her foot. Period. That's how that went. Now, this is a PSA to whoever see this video, man or woman. One, don't never let no man try to take you out of your shine. If he don't treat you like the queen you are, get up out of there. When I was in my abusive relationship, I did not hesitate to leave this man. At one point, when I got to that point where I was ready to leave him, I left. It wasn't I didn't ever come back to him. I didn't ever go seek him out. I left. I went into a safe house for like 5 months. And I found somewhere. I moved out of my apartment, which he know where I lived at, so he wouldn't stalk me. And I got away from him. Am I lucky? Yes, I'm lucky. Am I blessed? Yes, I'm blessed. I was able to actually move away from him and move on with my life. Now, as a woman, quit protecting these men if you don't have to. Again, it's a tricky situation when you're in a domestic abuse relationship or situation, because it can turn deadly. And if you don't want to die, it's probably best for you, if you're dealing based on the person you're dealing with, it's probably best for you not to do certain things or not to move certain ways. But if you can't